halfway through. The week is long, but here's something refreshingly new. This is your midweek moment on Breakfast with Friends.
So this year has really flown by, right? I mean, it's like it's November already. It feels like this year has it's just really gone by so quickly, but so much also has happened over this year, despite it being going just like that. Just looking back on the months that have passed and just the people that we have met and share their stories. Some of them being people in my inner circle, my loved ones, my family, my friends, and also just amazing people that we got to interview this year, and we got to hear their stories, which has just been so profound as well. And just last week, my mom was in hospital like since Sunday, which was like really like quite crazy because the kind of family that we are, we're very, very a close kind of family, very close family, and just having a mom, of course, go to hospital, it was very scary. But also at the same time, it reminded us once again that where we place our hope is in our Father, and He is a healer. He is a father that is true to his word, and his word says that he will heal. And that's exactly what we experience. We experience our father being a healer. We experience exactly what he said, that he will heal and he will do something amazing. And that's exactly what we've seen. We've seen the healing hand of God in my mom's life. God is our healer. He is our very present help in the times of troubles. And I experienced that once again. And then also like earlier on, a couple of months ago in this year as well, my brother, who I personally know really is a hard worker. And I know I won't tell him that, but anyway, he really is a hard worker, and he goes over and above. He's always putting the extra time, the extra effort, and sadly, every time a promotion comes up, he gets passed by. And it was those moments where we think that why? When is things going to change? That kind of thing. And he is a good worker. He loves what he does, and you can see he's good at what he does. But then just months ago, God opened a door for him, a door that I would say was, of course, always on God's plan, always on God's agenda, and definitely a plan and a door that superseded even his desires. And to the point where even he says, he's so happy and grateful that he did not get all the other previous jobs, because this one is, of course, the job that he always wanted. Was his like dream job. And isn't that just amazing? Because all the time waiting and holding and trusting in God, and then showing up and being submissive, even when it was so difficult and so hard, at the right time, God showed up for him. He showed up and he provided for me this year in so many ways, like countless ways that I could even think of. And I even had this moment where I could just sit back and say, oh my word, this is truly God's presence. It is Him. And I'm so grateful for His presence in my life, of course. Then my other dear friend Gareth, who I also know that he experienced the healing hand of God this year. He was in hospital for like weeks, and yet he still may have challenges right now, but daily I can see it in Garrett's life that God is healing him. God is restoring him. And then we are so blessed here on Breakfast with Friends, and we get to see so many people. We get to meet people, like real people with real stories, amazing people that have just like past couple of months back, just reflecting like now so-called current, and hearing their stories, them sharing about places where they were so lost, so broken, things that I could never even imagine or put myself in, places where they were at their lowest part, but yet God stepped in. He stepped in that place, he stepped in that pit, he helped them up when they were hurt, when they were in broken places, in complete loss, addiction. There was broken marriages that we interviewed, abusive relationships, and so much more. But God showed up for them and He healed them. He restored them in ways that we would never think possible. So what am I trying to tell you this morning? These are just a few stories that I've mentioned to you that I've physically seen the hand of God this year. And maybe you in that place of waiting, you cried out so many times and you feel like your prayers hit the ceiling. I'm asking you this morning to keep on holding on. Don't give up, because He's not done with you yet. He is still a healer. He is still restorer. He's still a provider. He is still way maker, and He's still a loving Father. Even in the unknown, when you feel like giving up, please don't. Just like a seed that's buried in the dirt and it feels dark, Don't quit, because at the right time, that seed will sprout up and a new season will come out, because he is still God. He is with you and he will make a way for you. Just keep holding on.
Beautiful.